Happy August, and welcome back to Coaches and Coffee. Saturday morning, nothing better would rather be doing. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You're going to explain what's going on this morning, Wizard?
Oh, yeah. Well, we just got a puppy yesterday, and he's a maniacal little son of a bitch. So, Kai-ing and carrying on. And so, yeah.
We could have a couple extra inputs today, yeah?
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe.
And I started this morning with a walk because my wife's gone she's over hanging out in Maine with some friends. I took my dog for a walk this morning, and Wizard will understand this, but do you remember that scene in Platoon where Charlie Sheen wakes up and he wasn't supposed to be on patrol, and he starts raking all of the mosquitoes off of his neck?
Yeah.
That was my walk this morning at 5 o'clock, and then we get back, and my dog is now sound asleep next to me on the couch, breathing like we just ran a marathon. So my day, it's a puppy day here on podcast today.
Yeah, there you go.
And I have watched Platoon plenty of times, so.
God.
I do know the reference.
How could you? It's pre-2000.
Well, it happens sometimes.
Proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Was that on our list that we gave to him?
I don't know.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. What were you, 12 in 2000?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, 22, 12, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, who made his first? I don't know if it was his first movie appearance, but what of all of the actors in there, money making wise, do you know who the biggest actor was in Platoon?
Oh goodness, I'm gonna guess either Defoe or Tom Berenger.
Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, that's right, Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Look at that. We have just covered 2 minutes about Platoon.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Did Dale Dye was that his first or?
Yeah, I think that was either his first. It was early.
Yeah.
We don't have anything else to talk to about today. You sent us some stuff that we didn't even look at.
That is a very, very true statement, as usual.
As usual.
I have to carry the podcast.
If you're going to nail yourself on the cross, just make sure the nails are sharp and you put them in the right spot.
I might need some assistance.
Before we get into Wizard's Words of Wisdom / monologue.
Yeah.
I got one other thing. I'm now sporting my microphone, thanks to my sponsor. And I'm hoping it goes well, but every so often I hear an echo on this podcast. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, just don't keep repeating yourself. I think it's your mind that's saying it twice.
Yeah, every so often on this podcast, I hear it again.
Well, when you're, as intelligent as you, sometimes those words of wisdom twice are helpful.
Yeah, right. Every so often I hear my voice again.
Yeah. Hey, well, we've bored our listeners for 3 minutes now. I'm sure they probably tuned out to this podcast, but let's throw it to the Wizard because we always enjoy this first segment.
Well, so August 1st, I figured I'd focus on something else that I love. A deer is classified as a bovid. A bovid is an animal that grows horns. Not all bovids lose their horns. True bovids are the ones that keep their horns for life, like cows. Deer will start shedding their outer layer of their, they call it velvet, end of August, and sometimes you'll see it hanging on their racks. And deer and moose both do this. And the interesting thing is that sometimes if they get it right, they eat it because it's very rich in nutrients. And sometimes you'll see it hanging in trees where they've rubbed it against trees to get it off from their horns or their racks. So that's my interesting tidbit.
Good luck beating that, Professor.
Well, my monologue. I probably shouldn't even bother. That's he takes it all away with that kind of history. All right, I'm gonna try it. Last week, the Wizard's monologue was about turning the TV off, or maybe that was his words of wisdom at the end. And today, if you guys didn't know, is National Play Outside Day. So but these national days are starting to drive me crazy. And some of the most ridiculous that I looked up that I really kind of appreciated was, I think February 5th is National Shower with a Friend Day.
Oh, the trifecta getting together.
You put that in your calendar, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I don't need you to put that in your calendar, though.
Well, don't worry. It won't be you and I.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Wizard, if the 5th or the 3rd of February is a podcast day, let's move it to the 4th, okay?
Well, forget it, right?
Yeah.
Wait a second. You just said it was the 5th. Now it's the 3rd. What date?
I don't know. I mean, like I told you, I have the notes, but it's sometime in February, and let's just leave it at that so that we're not all having a podcast at Mags' house. That's
yeah.
Well, there'll probably be guest appearances on that date.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have a puppy by then.
All right. What do you got?
That's not what I was talking about.
I hear you. I know. Well, our inside jokes aren't great,
Yeah.
Always. My only input this morning on monologue is, August is usually Little League World Series time. I believe the softball World Series is down to its final 12 teams or whatever. I enjoy watching, some of that, and the coach is mic'd up, which is probably not a good idea to ever mic me up. But some of those coaches really get it and how they talk to those kids, and kind of keep things in perspective as to where they're at. And, it's not about winning and losing there. So I know the Little League Baseball World Series starts next week or the week after, but the softball one will finish up at the end of next week. And I encourage anybody that doesn't listen to it or doesn't watch it, I should say, to tune into a game. It's pretty exciting for little kids to be on the national stage like that. So that's what I got.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, well, every now and then I get one good one.
Hey, speaking of that, like getting one good one, and like our whole thing, I've got my national whatever day today is. Cass is talking about deer today. We're talking about being outside and all that kind of stuff. So, and then we're going to get to our greatest of all time today, which is we decided, since Mags like really doesn't know what happened before he started coaching. Like, we're trying to bring this episode to the current day. And we had one listener that was talking about like the North Country coaches and all that kind of stuff. And I got to ask Wizard this, because I didn't coach in the North Country as long, but the greatest of all time, like, since you and I have been coaching, Wizard, who's like the greatest coach of all time in the North Country, would you say?
Well, I'd have to say I have a ranking, and a certain fellow that we are on the radio with, or whatever you call this crap, is right in the top 3 at least. I easily. How long have you been coaching, Dale? Excuse me. I should just say
Mags.
Yeah.
You can call me whatever you want. 25 years.
Son of a gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
What does it take to get into the Hall of Fame in the North Country, man? You've done it all.
Yeah, what is the criteria?
I have no idea, and nor do I care.
But of the North Country coaches that we know, like, who is in the Hall of Fame?
Oh,
there's few active ones for sure.
Yep. I mean, more retired ones, obviously, but there's a few, at least a half dozen that I can think of.
A half dozen retired or half dozen current?
Oh no, I know there's at least 2 current ones.
Are you allowed to say those names? Because I don't know who. I think I know one.
Well, I mean, we haven't name dropped, so I mean.
Well, we did.
I don't want to.
Tim Purrington.
I think our key's got to be like when we do that episode for Chris about the greatest or the coaching of the North Country, I think that's when we get to do the name drops and maybe do a little research to make sure that we speak correctly as to who's in the Hall of Fame and who's not.
Right. Well, I mean, it was just I was wondering what the criteria is. It wins. How many wins do you have? You must have 300.
Yeah, I passed that a couple years ago, I believe. I honestly never kept track. It used to be the Coaches Association that did it for you, and then they kind of stopped. So
You got to be kidding me. I'm sure your assistant knows.
she might, but like I don't even keep track. Like,
Well, no, I would expect you would, because that's more your thumb it's not opposing, so you can't count with it.
I mean, you probably could have just stopped with I can't count. You don't have to throw in the rest of it.
So, I mean, I realistically, I don't. I'm sure you probably have more wins than some of the people that are in there.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
How many state championships have you won?
3.
3. No.
And how many times? Not that it's like important. No, it is important whether you win or lose the state championships. But how many have you played in?
6.
Yeah, you should be in the Hall of Fame, man.
No, listen, we're not going to make this podcast about me, or we're going to have to hit end record.
Oh, you can't go there. We're allowed to bring up some topics. Okay, so since you're not going to discuss the Hall of Fame with us, can we discuss whether or not you would, like, now that you are as big time as you are, even if you're not in the Hall of Fame, would you charge kids to teach them how to play basketball?
Oh, God, that is our topic number 1 of the week, and the answer is absolutely not. So I'm going to let you lead it off, because this has been a discussion from one of our loyal listeners. And
so my question to the professor would be, there was a time when we used to do clinics, and there was I don't remember the son of a bitch's name. He was a NBA player. He played for the Spurs.
Matt Bonner.
There you go. And him and his sister went around. Was that something that the kids got charged for?
They didn't when they came to our school.
I didn't think they did when they came to ours either.
I mean, maybe the school paid them directly, but the kids didn't pay anything.
Yeah. No, the kids didn't pay anything, which I would agree with there. If the school, paid a little bit, then I'm okay with it. But so that was my question that was answered. So.
Yeah, well, if you were charging for stuff like this, I mean, I'm trying to figure out the right way to put this. Like, I don't think it matters at where Mags is because of the slush fund, right? Like, he wouldn't have to.
Well, he could always fly with the helicopter to get more.
Yeah, here we go.
No,
but I mean, if you did charge, what do you think you could charge, Mags? Like, for an hour-long session with an individual kid?
Oh, I mean, I don't even think like that, though. Like, I don't even know what the cost is today for people that do charge for stuff like that. So I can't even give you a number, because I wouldn't give a number.
So realistically, then, the person who's charging, there's really no set criteria for what they would charge for how long.
Yeah. Right. My whole input is that if we're going to, as coaches, not us on this podcast, but if coaches are going to use kids and families as a quote unquote income source, that's mind boggling to me. That's kind of where we've gone in society, whether it's AAU and that's a money grab, to now these week-long camps that have been going on forever. Like, do it because you want to help kids and not because you want to put some money in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I know what some of the current rates are, I get
how
these.
How do they figure them?
I don't know. I mean, I think they figure them out. That's why we're giving Mags a hard time about his Hall of Fame status and stuff like that. Like,
right. No, I understand.
You got 3 state championships. You've been in 6. You've been coaching for 25 years. You're, in our opinion, seriously, you should be in the Hall of Fame. Not that matters, right? Like Roger Clemens, you brought up last week, not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be because of your steroid use that they're not.
I was going to say, I don't think I was in the doping era. I might be a dope, but I wasn't in the doping era.
Well, maybe they get that confused, like all of the big heads of the Hall of Fame Society. They're like, he's doping. But what I do know is there are some people that do charge individual workout sessions and like group workout sessions, and it ranges anywhere between like $60 and $80 an hour. That's a lot of money for these people, these parents to be forking over so that their kid in the 7th grade can score 12 points in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's, like I said, I wouldn't even begin to understand how you would put a price on whatever time. I mean, after all the time, not that we donate it because coaches do get paid, but
They do?
I mean,
Yeah, do we?
all the time that you put in, how do you put a price on it? I wouldn't understand how to even encompass that.
No, I don't understand I guess the philosophy. I mean, yes, I think, kids that want to work on their game, want to get better, should be working with a skilled coach, and not just, throwing money at people to, like you said, professor, score 12 points in the 8th grade. Like, nobody cares about that. But like, how are they getting better at passing, shooting, dribbling, and I guess defense? But that's really difficult in an individual clinic to play defense against yourself. So,
right.
I look at some of the clinics, and I mean, these clinics are great, right? Like, you get 35 kids there. They're all doing the classic things that we all do at our own clinics. They're dribbling, they're passing, they're shooting, they're having a blast. Wizard said in one of the podcasts way early, like, what do you do for these young kids? And that's to have fun. Right. That's great. Like, go and have fun. And I appreciate these clinics that are $30 for 3 days, and all you're doing really is raising a little bit of money for team jerseys or whatever. But these clinics for 3 days that are $150, $250, $300, and you're participating with 35 other kids, what are you really getting out of that for $300?
Yeah. I don't know how you put a price tag on it. And I was just thinking when you said it, the average is $60 to $80 an hour. That's a lot of, at our salary, it's $2 an hour, if that, as a coach, 60 to $80. Imagine if we made $60 an hour on this thing. We turn into, I shared this before the podcast. Joe Rogan made $82 million last year putting his fat head on a screen and just talking like we are. So just imagine if we made $60 an hour on this.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Rogan. I'm going to say ahead of time, it's not me saying that. So when you punch somebody, make sure, or kick somebody, make sure it's the big guy.
Oh, you must be a loyal listener.
No, well, needless to say, I've seen him throw kicks at a bag, and he's not a fellow that you'd want to get into a kick fight with, for sure.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that normally on our podcast, whenever we say something, a little bit off color or whatever, Mags is the first one being, oh, no, I love the NHIAA. Oh, my God, do I love the NHIAA. And the officials, I love those officials. Now we got the Wizard going, I just don't want to get beat my ass. So, Joe Rogan, I love you too, man. I just love you.
Yeah, you guys would. I mean, you probably are a donator, but anyways.
If we could just spread some of that $82 million down to us. I mean, Mags is paying us 35 cents for each appearance.
Yeah.
And breaking in. What are you taking on each of these podcasts? Like $1 million, $1.5 million?
Probably.
Easily. I mean, with our, I think 24 followers, and yeah.
That's enough for him to take people to dinners and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. You're right. Still waiting.
6 dinners, man. Greatest of all time. Mags not buying us dinner.
Yeah. Hey.
With a slush fund.
What's that?
With a slush fund and a helicopter.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's actually parked in the backyard right now.
Did we cover everything that you wanted to cover? I can't remember.
Well, no. I mean, we just had that. That was the first discussion. Are we good with, that charging kids to improve their skills and using it as a moneymaker versus not?
Well, I'll close out with this on that. I had a player. I've had more than one player, but I've had a player who wanted to do some extra time in the summer to do work on things, and work on specific things. And I said to her, I said, what time is good? And she said, well, really, seriously, coach, first thing in the morning. I said, okay, how about 6? You got it. I'll meet you at the gym then. Okay. So lo and behold, first day, she's down there. Her mother drops her off and go into the gym 6 in the morning. And we probably did that 8 or 10 times during the summer. And but that's the only one that ever offered to get up that early in the morning and come down and work out. Now, mind you, I understand that a lot of them have jobs and things like that, but that's a level of commitment that a lot of kids don't have. But that was unique, and she got all those lessons, all that time for free. So, and then I went to my next job.
Yeah, I understand why people are doing that, right? People have to make money, and some people have discovered that maybe charging kids to do this is the way to go. And I don't have a problem with it. It's just not how I'm going to roll. I make a lot more money at my job than I do coaching kids. And but I've said to every single one of them, you want to get in the gym, we can find a gym, then I'm in. You name the time, I'll leave work early, whatever you got to do, because I think we're in this for educating and helping kids, not necessarily for making money. And if you're in this for making money at the middle school, elementary, and high school level, I don't know. I feel like you're in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, completely agree. Like, we talk all the time about, kids making sure that they're doing something in the off season. But there's plenty of options. I mean, kids just don't go to the park anymore and just play. The only time that they want to play is when we can play a game or a scrimmage, or, they can go to a camp. And, I've over the years, I love it when people are like, my kid's not playing. They went to 3 basketball camps this last summer. Well, that's awesome. Like, what did they really get better at? They spent a lot of money. I get it, but they didn't necessarily improve. And I don't think you can put a value on working with the coach that's going to coach you anyways, because, somebody else might teach things differently. I know Professor and I teach jump shots differently, hopefully with the same result, but it's just the term.
We definitely teach rebounding differently, you big baby.
Listen, that you're right. We teach how to legally box out, and you did not. But other than that, you know what? Still never got one call in all the times we played, even though I was in each official's ear.
Well, come on now. I've gotten a few displacement calls.
Well, it happened. I think I want to say I think it happened in a summer game years ago with Professor and I, and his kid was boxing out and holding, and my kid was basically jumping on her shoulders to get around her, and he yelled something at the official, who was probably just another coach, like, get her a saddle next time. And I was like, well, if she wasn't holding, like, we wouldn't have to jump on her back,
I have to say that there's specific video evidence of this method that I'm sure has to be been taught, because I have video evidence.
Oh, it is absolutely. It's only a foul when
it's called.
When it's called. You are correct.
For young coaches out there, as you're hearing this debate, when we do box out drills, the one rule that we have is if the person that you're boxing out touches the ball, you're running. So the next thing that comes after that is whatever you need to do to keep them from getting that ball.
Right. Yeah. We called it the kill drill. So.
Yeah, see, so he's coaching it too, Mags.
Yeah, well, that's great, Maybe that's why we stink at rebounding sometimes. Like we don't have that killer mentality.
Yeah.
Wizard. I gotta get him to shut up for a second so I can ask you a question. I guess, don't you think that we should be listening to him since he's the Hall of Fame coach? And
here we go.
Absolutely. I would agree.
Suck it.
You young coaches out there, if you want to learn how to box out and shoot, then go to Mags's practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to us.
Yeah. Bring your earplugs too. You won't learn a damn thing from me. I've been successful over the years because of good kids and good assistant coaches. We all know that.
Have you been working on your Tarzan yell?
No, not yet. But now that we're another month closer to the season, I probably should start prepping.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
practice vocal cords.
This is a serious question for you guys. Like, this is actually a serious question. Do you, like, at the end of the first week of practice, are you drinking hot tea with lemon and honey like I used to?
No, it's probably some bourbon in it.
No, we usually have our parent meeting that first week after one of the practices, usually midweek, and there's been there's been meetings that I've gone to and the voice is a little hoarse, but no tea and honey.
At my first week of practice, I get home and my wife loves me because I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
So she can't hear a thing I say.
You got to get that stuff out of your mouth, You
hear the dog.
Yeah, we heard somebody coming in on the squeaky porch.
No, that was me opening the door, going out on the porch.
All right, put a little oil on that. Where are we on time? Because my podcast doesn't say where we are.
We're at 27 minutes. So,
what do you think? Are we wrapping this up, or are we moving on to some other hard topic?
No, the other topics we had was, we've hinted or touched on Fred's question about officiating, and then we had listed electronics and officiating, but those can be saved for another officiating podcast that we're going to get to sometime.
Okay. We can do our go. Call this somewhat quick. You failed to answer our question about Hall of Fame requirement.
I have no idea because I don't care.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get to the bottom of that because I just want to know why. Because I know we like to kiss your ass, but you should be in it, and this is our promoting it so that you can be in it. I know that one of the former officials and one of the Hall of Fame coaches listens to this podcast occasionally, and maybe he'll hear this and be like, "We got to get Mags in, even if he's a dope."
Yeah, he didn't dope, but he is a dope.
Yeah.
No. Listen, I don't need a PR campaign or a marketing campaign. Like, let me just keep coaching. And then when it's all over, said and done, let it speak for itself.
There you go. Here.
Yeah, ride off into the sunset like the two of us did. Maybe we'll come and give you a big hug.
Yeah, maybe.
I still got that, on my phone, watching that on my big screen TV because I couldn't be there in person.
Nice. Yeah. Take the both of us to give you a hug, but we'll do it.
Yeah. Well, never know. Never know.
If you guys listen and want to see the big hug, go back. Not our end of our championship, but the picture that spawned the picture that is now on our latest ones. I think on episode 1, it's still the original picture taken at our last dinner together.
So, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, right? Isn't the first episode, don't you have the old picture?
No, I think I've changed it, but it was that picture originally. Yeah, you're right. That's where the AI picture came from too, was using that,
That's almost biblical when you think about it. Our Last Supper.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys haven't eaten since.
Sawdust wheels and old leather steaks. Yeah.
So, no. Don't even go there, man. The Wizard, who is one of the most giving people I've ever met, and I mean that actually. Like, we talked a long time ago about when you have these interactions with coaches and that we're not supposed to be friends. I remember one time when one of my players got hurt up there, and like Wizard was on it. He's like, "You guys need a place to stay. You need whatever." That truly appreciated. But I also remember, I think it was like 2023 or something when he caught a fish when he was out fishing, and he actually sent me the carcass so I could make soup because we were so hungry. I didn't have any food for Mags.
Wow. Yeah. You guys are both giving people, so blow smoke up each other's butt this morning. It's crazy. It's crazy that we fill 30 minutes of talk with just
gobbledygook
crap, and people keep listening. We do appreciate our loyal listeners. Hey, I got to say, like this Podbean site kind of tells you where people are downloading from. We had 3 downloads from Hong Kong this week.
Oh, wow.
We are international, boys.
Yeah.
International.
I was going to ask that because one of our listeners that usually responds to me, she's a 21-year-old that she's listening from Kentucky every Saturday morning.
Oh, it just says United States. It just lists the countries, but yeah, interesting. Well,
we're almost Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
By the way, we love.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got a big head like that. You're right.
What a morning.
All right. Well, we're not going to end it, but I guess we're going to throw it to you, Professor.
Greatest of all time debate this week is going to be, we talked about this last week. It's the greatest of Mag's time. And really, Mags came into his own in, as Wizard said in one episode, February 2nd of 2020, when he married the greatest of all time.
Right.
And, so our greatest of all time for this week, in honor of Mags and in Megan, is the greatest of Mags's time. So the greatest any athlete of any sport since 2020. And I will let Mags lead this off since it's in honor of him.
Oh, wow. Now, to be fair, not only was 2020 that time, it was also the time that you two rode off into the sunset on your stallion horse. So it's about the same time frame there. So
hey, wait, this isn't like the chewing gum thing from way back. We didn't ride off on the same stallion.
Nope. Oh, no.
No, that is possibly true, but there's no video evidence to prove otherwise.
So what do you got for us?
All right, so I'm gonna. Well, it's actually harder than you think because there hasn't been a lot of.
I already know what you're gonna say.
What?
Just go.
No, that's great. Well, there's just not a lot of athletes that stand out in 6 years, so it had to go a couple years before 2020, but I think the player,
Tom Brady?
No, I didn't go that far back, and we're not talking about deflating footballs here. So, I picked Shohei Ohtani, for 2 reasons. One is, they consider him like the Babe Ruth of our era, and how few people have been pitchers and hitters. The only thing that I struggled with was, that he jumped ship for money, and he could have stayed in Anaheim and continued to play. But he is the only player in the history of baseball, which spans a lot longer than this podcast, that has 700 strikeouts as a pitcher and 300 home runs. So he's my pick.
There you go.
Well, and let me just add, he's got a 282 batting average and a 283 ERA, so that's pretty neat.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyways.
That's a good pick, Mags, and that I like it coming off of the Wizards pick from 1894 last week. All right, go ahead, Wizard. This is going to be hard for the Wizard, I think, because since he and I retired in March 17th or whatever it was of 2020, the Wizard has not climbed out of his hole.
No, I've not.
This should be interesting.
Well, I'm going to go where friggin' Mags didn't have nuts enough to go because of the fact that he's such a hater. I'm going to pick Tom Brady, and I'm not going to drag it out like a slow tooth extraction. 7 Super Bowls. I believe that he won a Super Bowl in the time frame that we're talking about.
Oh God.
And let's just go one step further. he proved how insignificant Bill Belichick is by winning that Super Bowl without Bill Belichick. So I went there, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not a Pats fan or a Tom Brady fan, but he was friggin' awesome. So
I am so proud of the Wizard. God damn, that was excellent, Wizard. I didn't pick him, and I actually came up with this mostly because of giving Mags a hard time, but I also finished watching the Tour de France, and Tadej Pogacar won his 5th Tour since 2020, and the other 2 he came in 2nd. He's considered maybe the greatest cyclist of all time, and he didn't start until 2020. So my athlete since 2020 is an athlete that nobody in the United States really knows. And I should mention also that the Tour de France is not the only bike race ridden. There are the Monuments and the Tour d'Italia and all these other ones. And I got to go with Tadej because it was a pleasure watching this 27-year-old win his 5th Tour. So those are my picks.
There you go.
Jeez.
So we went baseball, football, and cycling, and at least 2 of us had great picks, and Mags' pick was pretty damn good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it turns out. At least we don't have to watch Tom Brady play football anymore. We just got to see him get in a fight with whoever that frickin'
With Nolan Ryan.
No.
That would be great, though, wouldn't it?
It would be fun. I mean, Nolan would win, but it would be fun. Now, who's that? Internet guy, whatever that he was like standing up to. Anyways, can't think of it.
Joe Rogan.
No, that would have been too easy. But anyways,
do you think if we keep name dropping Joe Rogan, your ass is going to get beat, and we're going to at least get on one of his podcasts?
Yeah, you want me to hashtag him in the
hashtag Joe Rogan? Yeah, and then just give him a picture of the one that keeps shitting on him. Okay.
Yeah.
The human punching bag.
Who needs enemies with friends like you guys?
Yeah.
Well, and we're thankful to have a friend like you that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. Jesus, will you shut the front door?
So my parting shot will be for a good deal called BR 549.
Okay. I'm sure there's something.
Find a reference of yours that went over my head.
Oh, that is.
Look that one up.
That is good.
For a good deal, call what?
BR 549.
Oh, okay. I'm typing that in right now so I don't lose it later.
Yep. We'll have to come back to our listeners. I mean, this is a unique time when the professor is stumped. So for our listeners, we truly, really appreciate
It'll come to him quickly.
Yeah, I had to look it up, and I've got it, and now it does come to me. But, man, that reference went flying right over my big head. Wow.
That's because the mosquito – you still got the mosquitoes.
The amount of blood I gave today.
Don't they know you don't have good blood?
Oh, they should know, but they don't care. They're vicious and mean, and my dog's still sound asleep, and I've got to go back out. We got through it, though. 2 dogs and 3 coaches and a shitload of mosquitoes.
Yep.
So. I mean, I think that we should put a poll on Facebook or whatever and see if that should be the new name of the show.
We're going to have to, by the way, come up with a new name because one of my friends, the husband of my sponsor from my microphone, he said that he went to Apple just to see, and he said there's like a half a dozen coaches in coffee. And then I looked it up on Podbean and there's like a half a dozen coaches in coffee.
There's nobody like us, though.
No, absolutely not. None of them have a Hall of Fame coach on it.
Oh, my God. You're going to drive me friggin' nuts. Oh, Jesus.
Now you're still recording, right?
Oh, we are still recording.
Okay.
Why, you got some more?
No, I did my closing.
We've done all of our things. Why aren't you ending this podcast?
Oh, well, because we're going to, you guys have been privy to the Podbean trying to figure out cutting off our end of our podcast. So I will close the podcast, but we'll keep recording and then I can edit it before it goes live. But sometimes our listeners might want to hear some of our after recording conversations because it's probably more entertaining than the 40 minutes that we just talked about. You don't know? I know it is tough to beat. I get it. So
political correctness is something that escapes us.
There's a lot of things that escape me. So, all right. Well, signing off for this week's episode of Coaches and Coffee, the one and only Coaches and Coffee. Until next week.
Fame Road, man. We could have talked about North Country coaches.
No, we